His father, Ariston, was believed to be descended from early kings of Athens, and his mother, Perictione, was related to the famous lawmaker Solon. Because of this background, Plato was expected to have a career in politics. As a young man, Plato received a high-quality education in subjects such as poetry, music, gymnastics, and philosophy. However, his life changed when he became a student of Socrates, a well-known philosopher in Athens. Socrates did not write down his teachings but instead used dialogue and questioning to encourage critical thinking. Plato admired Socrates deeply and became one of his closest followers. A turning point in Plato's life occurred in 399 BCE, when Socrates was put on trial and executed by the Athenian government. This event had a profound impact on Plato. He became disillusioned with politics and democracy in Athens, believing that society needed wiser and more knowledgeable leaders. After Socrates' death, Plato left Athens and spent several years traveling. He is believed to have visited places such as Egypt, Sicily, and southern Italy, where he studied mathematics, science, and different philosophical traditions. When Plato returned to Athens, he founded a school known as the Academy around 387 BCE. The Academy is often considered the first university in the Western world. It became a center for learning, where students studied philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, and politics. One of his most famous students was Aristotle, who later developed his own philosophical system and became a teacher of Alexander the Great. Plato wrote many important philosophical works, mostly in the form of dialogues in which Socrates is often the main character. Through these dialogues, Plato explored deep questions about life, knowledge, reality, and morality. One of his most famous works is The Republic, in which he describes his vision of an ideal society ruled by philosopher kings, leaders who are wise and just. In this work, he also presents the famous allegory of the cave, a story that explains his ideas about reality and human perception. Another important aspect of Plato's philosophy is his theory of forms. According to this theory, the physical world we see is only a shadow of a higher, unchanging reality made up of perfect forms or ideas. For example, all beautiful things share in the perfect form of beauty, even though they themselves are imperfect. Throughout his life, Plato also tried to apply his philosophical ideas to real politics. He traveled to Sicily several times, hoping to influence rulers and create a just government based on his ideas. However, these attempts were unsuccessful and sometimes even dangerous for him. Plato continued teaching and writing at the Academy until his death around 347 BCE in Athens. His work had a lasting impact on philosophy, science, education, and political theory. For over 2,000 years, his ideas have been studied and debated, making him one of the foundational figures in Western intellectual history.